All right, everybody. I want to welcome you back to the Casino and Gypsy Show. And today we want to talk about Remy Ma and Papoose. I know it's been talked about religiously and everybody's been talking about it, but I want to give my point of view. And Gypsy, she's here. And I know she will give her point of view. Is that right, Gypsy?
Exactly.
Okay, bet. So, do you want to start it off or should I?
You start off.
Okay. So, this is what we know about Remy Ma and Papoose. Remy Ma and Papoose was considered rap royalty. Okay, they was considered black love, the whole 9 yards. Remy Ma had shot one of her best friends, went to prison for 8 years. Papoose held her down for that whole 8 years. Even married her in jail. Okay?
Right.
What happened was, when she got out, he begged for a family. She gave him a daughter. I don't know if they have any more kids, but they was together for a while, for many years. And then all of a sudden, she decided to cheat with this guy. I forget his name. Something Captain, the rapper, or whatever his name was. His best friend. And then everything went downhill from there. Okay? The story goes, he knocked him out. He declared that he didn't get knocked out. And then it was found that it was true. Okay? Then after that went down, Papoose decided to leave that relationship and go elsewhere. But before we get into that, give me your viewpoints and what you want to talk about.
Well, I think that, a lot of people, all right, I'm not saying that I agree with how Remy Ma, how she cheated. On the other hand, I also don't agree with how they're making Papoose seem like he's innocent. I mean, we weren't in the relationship, but I just felt like everybody was coming down on Remy Ma, like, oh, like he held her down for 8 years. But my thing is this, is like, how we know he was faithful all that time? Like, again, I'm not trying to pinpoint, but guys are guys, and how we know he didn't cheat. You know what I mean? Like, we weren't inside their arguments. We don't know what happened, blah, blah, blah. But everybody ready to point fingers. And I'm not saying she's correct, nothing. But at the same time, we don't know he was innocent either. You feel me?
I hear you, but I kind of feel some type of way.
Okay.
The reason why I feel some type of way is because a man that holds a woman down in prison for that long, I mean, I feel like he even tried to break her out of prison, okay? So for him to cheat, to me, don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he could have. I'm not saying he didn't. He could have, but for him to hold her down like that for that so many years, and then for them to be together for that many years, I don't think that brother was. I don't think he was cheating on her. I really don't. You know, and if he was, I don't think he would be down for her like that. You know what I'm saying? You got all the opportunities in the world to do you, and he's in the industry. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of. Trust me, plenty. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean anything.
Like I said, and that's my point. That what you just said, because there's so much temptations. I mean, he's an industry. He's a rapper. So you mean to tell me that he could have been innocent all that time and talk about no strip clubs, no prostitutes, no whatever, friends. You know what I mean? I just find it very hard to believe. You know what I mean? Again, he could be, but I'm just saying is, there's two sides to the story, and that's me personally. I just think that would be kind of, I don't know.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You think every rapper that's a rapper is out here cheating and fornicating and doing all this crazy stuff?
No, I don't think every rapper, but what I'm saying is that's a long time she was in there locked up. You know what I mean? And I'm like, again, so you mean tell me he was sitting home folding his hands, taking care of the daughter, this and that. You know what I mean? I just find it just a little bit strange, maybe a little bit unbelievable. Again, maybe I'm wrong, which question of my own opinion, but I'm just saying, like, it's just very questionable, up in the air. You know what I mean? Like I said, and what what made her cheat? You know what I mean? Like I said, we don't know what was inside the relationship. We just seeing from the outside point of view. You know what I mean? Like what made her? Maybe she got upset. Like, oh, how could you? This and that. Oh, I heard from the streets you was with such and such, blah blah blah. You know, some people they do revenge cheating or whatever the situation is, or I don't know, she was unhappy. But I just find it a little strange to believe.
I hear you. That sounds like. So you think if a now forget the fact that he's a rapper, right? He's just a man. So you believe that any man in that situation would cheat?
Okay, I wouldn't say any man, but I say a large majority. I say yes. I think they would. I really do. I really think they would. You know what I mean? And some people, you know what I mean? You know, such as they think certain acts is not considered cheating, and it's like yes, any type of sexual act is cheating. You know what I mean? If you know what I
Actually, a
mean.
sexual act.
Mm-hmm.
So is texting cheating? Talking on the phone
Yes,
cheating?
it is. It is, especially when the other person doesn't know about it. Yes, emotional cheating. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we got that out the way. So let's talk about this. So now we're gonna go into the whole Claressa Shields part version of this whole situation because okay, so after it was Easy the Block Captain, that's his name, Easy the Block Captain, right? Um, it seemed to me that she was trying to get Papoose back after she cheated and all that. She wanted to get back with old boy. And again, I don't know the situation. We don't know what happened. Could he have cheated? Yes. Personally, I don't think he did. But if he did, it is what it is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But the thing about it was, she got caught. It was messy. And then I heard other things. I heard she was into women as well, and she
Yeah.
got caught too with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Wow.
lot.
Okay.
It's a lot to peel back. But as we proceed, he decides to move on with Claressa Shields. And if you don't know who Claressa Shields is a two-time gold medal boxer from Flint, Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
19-time world champion. All right, undisputed in 3 different weight classes. The woman is gold. Okay, she's money. And since she's been with Pap, it's been a roller coaster ride. And a lot of people have been hating on her, trying to diss her, and all type of stuff been going on. And you told me that you didn't know who Claressa Shields was, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to tell you this. So Claressa and Pat was trying to hide their relationship. Okay, how they got caught, from what I understand, Claressa was on the phone with Pap and he fell asleep on the phone, and she was still talking. Claressa was, and Remy Ma picked up the phone and said, "Hey," and then Claressa hung up the phone, and that's how it started. Remy Ma decides to call her out, put her on social media. She even put out her phone number on social media and tried to expose her in the whole 9 yards. Like, I thought that was messy. I thought that was, that shouldn't have been done. That's just crazy work right there. But it happened. You know what I'm saying? So now we got this whole media circus that's going on. What you think about that situation?
Okay. Well, first, yeah, I had no idea about her. Like, I guess because I really don't follow boxing or things like that, so that's probably why I didn't know about her. But I'm looking her up, and I'm like, yeah, she's quite accomplished in Lee. But okay. So what do you think? You asking me what do I think about her dating Papoose, and he's not divorced from Remy Ma?
That's the going conversation that's happening. They getting on her saying that she's wrecking their relationship because they're still married, and the fact that she's dating Pat, and like they calling her a home wrecker. So it's like,
Yeah, the thing is, yeah, and if Remy Ma is still with the other guy, um, then both of them really is wrecking their own homes. You know what I mean? The other party, like it's everybody included. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that's fair for them to call her a home wrecker. I mean, if he's out there dating her, they seeing her too, so he's wrecking his own home as well. You know what I mean? So both of them, I could could consider that. Like, he isn't divorced. She know he's in divorce. So both of them are guilty, correct?
I would say so. Say so.
Yeah.
It's a lot with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot with this one.
Yeah.
I have my own opinions about this whole situation. You know, it's a lot. They saying that Claressa is crazy and going off on this, her man, and they saying that Papoose don't have any money, that he's taking advantage of her, and her money, and trying to use her and all this good stuff. Personally, I'm gonna tell you what I feel, and I'm gonna tell you what's really going on that people don't see. I'm looking outside the box, looking in. If you think about this for a second, when Claressa came out of the Olympics, she didn't get her recognition. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to be on the Wheaties box. She didn't get no endorsement deals, nothing. They didn't even know who she was. She was in the home name brand. And when she won the second gold medal, she was recognized a little bit better because of that, but she still didn't get the endorsements like she wanted. She didn't get the time, and people didn't really know who she was still. And I think that's what really irked her the most. You know what I'm saying? Now, I say that to say this. Regardless of, they always say good, whether it's good or bad, you know what I'm saying? Any type of, when people talk about you is good. When they talk bad about you is good because you're getting exposure. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still getting exposed either way. You're getting the attention that you're looking for. And I feel like people that's talking about her are putting her in a spotlight and putting her where she need to be. She's going right to the top because everybody's talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. That's why I say I know if how you haven't heard about it, because I'm all over social media anyway. I hear everything, but everybody's talking about it, and they talking bad about Claressa. And I'm saying, hey, all these haters going around and talking bad about her and Papoose and Remy Ma and all this good stuff and boom, boom, boom. But see, I looked above and beyond that, and I said, wait a minute, y'all giving her what she wants. Think about it. Think about this. If everybody's talking about her, what does that do for you? Good or bad? They talking about you. That makes you a brand, because now your name is always in the air. Your name is up in the air. Everybody's going to know about you, correct?
Yeah, correct. And the thing is, that's what all of them want, because I haven't really heard from Papoose in a while. And what you said earlier, yeah, I think he is, because she's young and she's making money. I think he's right, because I haven't heard about him in a while. Remy Ma, they all love the attention, because like I said, I haven't heard from them in a while. So they all thrive on the attention. They love it. That's why just like a lot of celebrities, when their career is maybe not as well as it used to be, or they're going down. They do that. Any attention, like you said, all attention, they get it. This is what they wanted. They want the attention out there, because especially if they lost the fame they used to have, you just put them right back on top.
Yep, there it is. So, just to give some more transparency to what's happening, Claressa Shields has a fight coming up February 22nd. Okay, so I'm gonna give her a shout out on that. I can't wait to see the fights between her and what's her name? Dezern. They fought before in their first match together. Both pro debut together. It was a 4-round match. Claressa won that match. It was a no-brainer. But they both fought very well. But this fight, I believe, is going to be a good one. And it's at heavyweight, so it's a different type of feel. You know what I'm saying? But you have to understand, too, they're friends. So I don't know. They're best friends, actually. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of, I guess you could throw that out the window, and, they've been talking smack a lot. So you got that to look forward to. And so with that, I'm going to end this off, okay? So I want everybody, if they can, to like, subscribe, and share. All right? This is Casino Black, and who we working with?
Gypsy.
So the Casino and Gypsy Show. Please stick around. Please like I said, like, share, and subscribe to us. We're gonna be around for a little bit. So if you like, continue to be with us, alright? Until next time, peace.